Welcome back to Rome 2 Total War. Can't be too far away from the end of doing this now, can I? Look at Alexandria, it's only 2 turns away from getting that building. Mind you, then I've got to get level 4 building and then level 5, so another story. Okay, I was thinking about taking those out of there, decided against. I was thinking about attacking that other northern place so the Egyptians can't produce any more ships, but anyway, another matter. Over here, as you know, I'm on my way to Trapezoid. Nothing's happened since the last video. I've not done the turn. Well, it has happened. Quite a lot has actually happened, now I think about it, and maybe I should talk through it. Without having to do it, it's a lot quicker. We don't actually have... Whoa, what's going on there? Hey, where did we go then? What happened then? I was up here. Suddenly I whizzed over to somewhere else. Ooh. Right, okay, Vizonto. What have I done here? I've got my diplomat that was over in the north, he was over here somewhere, to come down here. This is him, and I've put him on this stance here as well. Oh, yeah, that's right, this agent is deployed here. It does make a difference. If I was to show you, I'll just show you one. If you look at this here, it says civil administration, culture. There you go, cultural propaganda +6. Now that's only just got in there, but it's already having an effect, I'm not sure. I can show it on here, cultural propaganda 8, so he's getting 2 from somewhere else as well. I can't remember, maybe that's from a building. No, it says characters, doesn't it? So I don't quite know where the other one's coming from. But anyway, the important thing is that we've now started to improve the culture again. It's not actually on the way up, but it's stopped going so badly, and I think it'll improve again. But anyway, we'll sort that one afterwards. Now, Bedorgis, where is it? Let's go on this one, then we can have a proper look. Yeah, Bedorgis, where are you, Bedorgis? There. Whoops, Bedorgis. Okay, now in here I've where is it? That's not Bedorgis. Have I just gone past it? Have I? Where's it gone? There it is. Right, I've upgraded the latrines, basically because they improve the culture as well. I've got problems in nearly all of these areas with regards specifically to culture. That's at 59% and it's on 0. I need it to creep above 60%, and of course in 3 turns time it'll start to creep up because of the cultural difference that you can see there, which I get 2 cultural improvements per turn. So there's a lot I'm missing out on these, by the way, because I haven't got the full provinces, so because that was the kind of campaign I was doing before. But I've got a diplomat and a champion in this area. You can see the 2 of them that have moved to the area, and they're both functioning for the same sort of reasons. Thessalonica, I've done a similar thing. Anyway, I could point through all of these. The other thing that I wanted to do was it didn't work. I managed to stop him, but nothing else. And it's over here in Edessa. I wanted to try and convert him. It cost me over 1,000 to try and convert him. All I did was manage to stop him in his tracks and prevent him from doing anything else. So it's a bit of a pain. What I really need to do, most of all, is find the agents that are not, the diplomatic ones that are not Antony ones, that are belonging to these other nations that I'm actually at war with. I'm not sure, is he one of them? He might be. Yeah, he is. But yeah, he's Armenia. He's exactly the kind of person that I need to be going for, but I haven't got anybody in range of him, I don't think. So anyway, leave him. The other ones, the Antony ones, they just spread... they spread Latin culture, so it's got to be good. Okay, and I think that's about it. There is a problem over in Bibracta. Is this the one over here? And I don't have an answer to that one yet, because there it is. Because in here, I don't think I've shown this one yet, have I? In here we've only got one place. These all belong to people who are client states. I've already got my my edict issued there. And if I show you the details in here, you can see that my 69 is going down by almost 1 per turn. I haven't got any agents around that I can put in there. The one in Vasonto that you can see up there in the top right, that's one that I've just put in there. So I can only hope that I can steal some more diplomats and move them into these areas to try and help these kind of areas. I've looked at buildings that I can produce, and there's obviously nothing in here. I'm not going to get any growth because I don't have the whole of the province. I can destroy buildings. That is really my only hope. In fact, now I think about that, might be worth doing that now. Am I ever going to have to recruit in here? That gives me an army recruitment capacity. Surely I'm going to move troops back. I think maybe I should. Maybe I should improve this place culturally, because if that's all it's going to give to me, and these improvements will take food away, which I can't afford. As you can see on the bottom right there, I'm on 0 for food at the moment, so that's not good. Yeah, okay, there are some advantages to going up those, but I'm going to come off those because I honestly don't think that it's a good way to go. Whoops, where's it gone? I want to click to mark current selection of dismantle. I'm going to dismantle it. And I'm going to put something else, so why can't I? What's it doing? That's not dismantling. Why dismantle the wrong one? I just dismantled the wrong one. Just dismantled the auxiliary camp by mistake. I want to dismantle this one. Yep. Okay. Phew. That's a bit worrying. That one will allow me to recruit, which is going to be good. War dogs and various other things, and it gives me a garrison that I can defend the place with. That one is a really, really important one. I certainly don't want to mess about with that. Of course, we've got the cohort barracks up here, which gives me the Praetorians when the time comes, you know, when I need troops from there. And I may well do in the future, but for now, it was going to be a very good feeder area for other places. And anyway, it's going to give me a good garrison to defend the place with, so that's the main thing. Okay, so let's change that one, Bibracta. And the other thing to report on the fact, apart from the fact that I'm going to attack Pontus up the top there, which I've already shown you, is this here. I've crept up on him turn after turn, you know, from wherever I came from, about 4 or 5 turns, and he stayed there or a similar place. If I try to move to there towards him, it sends me on a red route round there, and it sort of brings me out, say, to here, and he avoids all of this area here. Can you see where that skull and crossbones is? It disappears there because I'm in his range, but all the way round there up until, can you see, round about where there, up until there, it's skull and crossbones. Now it seems to disappear when you get inside there and around about there, so my man goes round to there and up to there, and of course when he gets to there, because he can't actually reach, he's going to run away somewhere, isn't he? And he's bound to go in the opposite direction, doesn't matter. He's going to row hard, and he's going to row somewhere where he's not going to be losing any troops. So I'm better off, actually. I know it sounds weird, but I'm actually better off not moving there and just standing there and watching him disappear. The good news is, though, that if he decides to attack any of these places here, or indeed any of these areas around here, I'm going to be ready to follow up very, very quickly with my own fleet. So I think that's what I'm going to do with my fleet. Keep him at bay until he loses as much as he's going to lose. Now, I don't know. I haven't got a clue how much he's lost already, and I don't know any way of being able to find out. All I know is that those units in there must be, after 4 or 5 turns, losing, say, 15% each turn. Trouble is, you lose 15% of what's left. You know, so let's say, for example, 10% of 100 is 10, but 10% of 10 men left is only 1. You know, so you lose less as the time goes by, but you're still losing. So I'm just going to let him just completely go until he's got, well, I hope, so little in there that even if he does attack anywhere, it's going to be like 2 or 3 ships attacking, and we can easily cope with him. I don't know what they are. Maury. Yeah, okay. So I don't need to worry about those. And those are mine, aren't they? Yeah, maybe I could do something with those. I don't know. But anyway, for now they're defending Iberseen, which I think is important. Well, I think that is probably about it. So let's do the turn end with only 706 left. Yeah, okay. And I'll save that 706 to replace that building that I've just done. Do you know, I was going to leave you with a question on this video. What do I do with Bibracta? if I can't get any diplomats there, the edict isn't working, I can't take any other territories because they're all occupied by my allies and friends. What do I do about Bibracte? Because I need 29 provinces that are dominated by my culture, even if I've only got one settlement in them, which is what Bibracte is. It's one settlement within, within that province. So, anyway, I was just thinking then when I sort of stuttered a bit in my voice then, within, you know, when I did that, I was thinking, was there a place I could take off the Belgae up there in the north? I have a feeling there was one settlement that I could have just moved up to and taken. Anyway, I did all those other moves on the previous video, so I had time to think about them and time to do them without wasting your time. That would have been 20 odd minutes, and I managed to do it in less than 10 minutes. So I think, you know, explaining what I've done is just as good as doing it sometimes. Certainly in that situation, I could always do an agent action on this one if it comes to it. Now, yeah, he's moving towards the Belgae there, isn't he? I don't know how long the Belgae have got left. 2 turns, maybe? Not even that, maybe. So, he's attacking Jerusalem there. Jerusalem are not on the coast, so it's not somewhere I can attack with my ships. I would like to knock out Egypt from all its coastal actions, from all the places where it can bring ships in. Having done that with Antony as well, I didn't see Antony move then in that area, so I'm kind of hoping really that that there'll be no aggressive ships in the Mediterranean at all, so I can feel completely, it would be really good if I can feel totally safe about bringing all my armies away from the coast and then moving my fleet somewhere more useful, or simply getting rid of them because I don't need them anymore because I'm perfectly safe. So I don't know that that time is ever really going to happen, but it would be rather nice. In the meantime, another sip of tea. That was about a sip. That was almost an entire mug. Must have been thirsty again. Sabotage. Edessa. Oh, great. Is it our army? Yeah, it's our army he's gone for. Well, luckily, my army isn't needing to go anywhere. Hey, that's interesting. I thought that was the place where I tried to hit him with my spies. Remember I told you, my champions rather, and I couldn't convert him. I stopped him from doing anything, I'm convinced. But anyway, there you go. Something's happened. Construction report. Aqueduct, consecrated ground. Where's this? Kalanchorum. I don't remember building these in Kalanchorum. Let's go and have a look and see how happy they are, see how good they are in various ways. Kalanchorum. Now that place is now on a plus 4.9, which is good because it's only on 12%. Aha! That could be very good for me. Oh dear. That's not my dog just knocked something over. What happened then? Scared her anyway, whatever it was. Maybe it'll stop her walking round that way. She circles the area, the room, you know. Just goes round and round and round and round. Oh no, like a pacing, I was going to say pacing animal then. Right, okay, 12% and it's increasing. The reason why I'm looking at that is I'm thinking, well, maybe I can get something out of there now, some of these agents out of here and helping in other areas. But anyway, that is happy enough for me. It's on a +8 there, and of course we're increasing our we're increasing generally our culture, so let's keep that one going now. So just leave that as it is rather. So construction report, nothing else was there? No other place? No, there wasn't. Right, motivated populace, character, trait report, inspired populace, sabotage, hidden agent, nothing. There is nothing there really of concern to me. Let's go and have a look then at Antony's Romans in here, see if they're still there. Look at that. They're just going to sit there, you know. Brilliant. 17 of them. 17 units, losing quite a lot, you know. There really is quite a lot that you lose. I once moved a load of ships into one of those areas, and the yellow came up to about here on every single ship. So I lost, like, it looked like a quarter. Certainly I would have said 20% of each of my ships. But I've not done that for a long time, and I'm not even sure it's in this game. And all I did was move them in there. I thought, oh no! So I moved them straight back out again, and they were okay. I think they were, anyway. Or they might have carried the hit, but it's almost like they get the hit as soon as they're in there. It's not like something they get over the period of a turn or anything. But anyway, this is why you can see this sort of thing around here. That's the area that it wants to move to. 'Cause it doesn't want to move into the area where it's going to get... Oh, maybe not. Making a liar out of myself. Anyway, never mind. The point is, we're not going to take him out. We're just going to sit there, sitting pretty, waiting to see what happens. The thing is, if I was to bring my ships from over here and approach here, he'd feel trapped. He'd feel as though there's no way out and he'd escape. The longer I can keep him there, while he thinks he's threatening these areas here, yeah, because that's what he's doing. He's sitting in a position where he can take any one of these three here, particularly these that are very, very poorly defended. That's what he wants, and he wants to leap in and get it quick because he knows my food is a problem. I'm on 0. It's not fair that he's got that kind of intelligence, but he has. And by intelligence, I don't mean quick wit and cleverness. I mean knowledge. He's got knowledge, which is unfair. So, I can bring him, hopefully. He's not been affected. Yeah, brilliant. And he's a 4-star general. He's only Helver. I could do with upgrading my other generals, of course, which is Octavius and Agrippa. But in the absence of that, maybe I can move them somewhere and swap them with other generals somewhere else. I really don't know. I think this might be Agrippa actually down here, but he's the one that got... Oh no, he isn't. Ah. Oh no, it's Cinna, that one. So, and he's only a 3-star. Agrippa must be down here then. Is that Agrippa? No? What's happened to Agrippa? What if he's died? Surely not. This one will be Octavius, I imagine. No, it can't be, because that's ships. I've no idea where they've gone now. No idea. Maybe they've died and been replaced. That's really surprising. Octavius is dead, isn't it? Can't be, surely. Who's that? That's Helver, that's the one I've looked at. Anyway. Okay, not enough ships in there, but enough ships to protect Sinope. So, what I'll do is I'll go in and take this one. And there's certainly no point, is there, in fighting this battle? Is there? I don't think so. It's going to be far too easy. Auto-resolve, and it'll be 95. I thought I could do better than 95. 96, okay, slightly better. Let's go for that then. Right, I'm going to raise this, destroy his buildings and rebuild, and that reminds me, I've got that building that I destroyed, haven't I, in, where was it? Bracta, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Raise. Okay. Oh, good. Right, I was worried that this was going to go down below if anything went wrong with the raising of the buildings. See, it only destroys the buildings that can be destroyed, that's the thing. So this here, convert, dismantle, and I'll build that. That's going to take 2 turns. Good, right. This I will build. Is that going to be minus food? Wealth and port, raiding Hemiolia levies. No, I'm going to go for that because I need something like... Now these are going to be, no doubt, food. Definitely food. And each one of them 2 turns. So these will be built at the same time as that. That has... No, it doesn't have a minus food. So basically I'm going to get 4 food this turn, am I? 4 from there and 4 from 8 food. Actually, and that is almost done as well. Give me another 4 food, and that one, another 4... Oh, brilliant. 4, 8, 12, 16 food. Very good. I could do with something somewhere else as well, actually, but anyway, for now, let's hold that place. Maybe I should move some of these around as well, but I'll think about those before I do a turn end, actually, I think. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it and then do a turn end, you know, do it off camera and then do a turn end and just tell you about it, because otherwise you're seeing all those little actions, aren't you? Right, okay, now Bibracta, I think it was, wasn't it? Which should be around here somewhere, shouldn't it? Where are you? It's the one I destroyed the building in. There it is. Right, what can I get? Aha. I can get that for culture. I can get that for culture. And it's culture that I'm struggling with, as I remember. Double check. Oh, well, I'm certain of it, to be honest. Public order. Oh no! Public order's -6 as well. Public order's -6. Culture is 0.8. So, okay. I think it's going to have to be... No, actually, if I go for that, that gives me public order, but next turn I could go for the sewer, and the sewer gives me public order, doesn't it? But I think this... See, the problem with these is these can lead to food problems. I'm going to go for this, you know. We'll go for public order this turn, and then I'll upgrade it later so that I can get a cultural improvement as well. So I think that is probably it. That's certainly it for the... I just saw a quick whiz through everywhere just to make sure that there isn't any... that there aren't any other places where I'd left an empty building, because you know what happens to those, don't you? It turns to squalor. Once it's turned to squalor, then it gives you minuses. So you're getting minuses because you haven't built anything, which is a bit of a double whammy, really. Do you know, I've only got 3,192, and I got 1,000 from raising that last place to the ground, so... Okay. I think... that's it. I can't see them with any more minuses. You know, any sort of empty building places. I think that's it. I think we've been round, haven't we? Gallia? Perhaps not. Perhaps we're not quite there yet. It's Bibracta that we're aiming for, isn't it? So, the Santo. Okay, here's one that is a sewer that's going to go up to there, which becomes Latin cultural influence. Now, just to show it, over here, Alexandria, you'll see the next building, and that gives me extra... There it is. That gives me 3 Latin cultural influence. It's not a great lot, but it does improve growth and keep with that 2 public order as well. It would have been nice to have had more public order, wouldn't it, actually? Maybe I've gone for the wrong building. Actually, I might need one that gives me more public order. See, these will give... See, they all take food, and I just can't afford to lose food. They give... Actually, one of them gives public order and Latin cultural influence, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, got to think about that. For now, though, let's see if I can take that, what looks like final Bibracta territory. It looks like there's a possibility, doesn't it? It's way up there. Oh, I think not, to be honest. I think not. It's too far for me. That's mine, isn't it?
Ready for orders.
Yeah, he's mine. Almost a full 20 again. But he's just not going to reach there in one turn, and he's ahead of me, isn't he? Daco Thracians, they're bound to go for it before me, aren't they? So I'm just going to let them take it, because it's safe enough now, I think, for us just to completely ignore that. What I need to do is move all those spies, all those agents, dignitaries, and everybody else around. The other thing I had considered was this area here. This is... he's moving back already. Oh no, these are the ones he was sending over. 1 unit of elephants he's sending over. He's trying to take Jerusalem. It would be nice for me to get Jerusalem because I've already got these 2. And it is tempting that if Egypt take Jerusalem, that I should go in there and take it off him afterwards. In the meantime, though, the best place for me to take really would be this place, Paratonian. And it would be best to go and take it now, really, but that then leaves this undefended. I haven't really got enough ships to be able to deal with holding it. Not sure what sort of buildings it's got in there at the moment, but I could get some military buildings in there that might help. I don't know, actually. There is a military wharf in there. I think I'd have to rebuild, though. So, if I were to raise ships in here... I can't. All I've got in here is a port, isn't it? Raiding Hemiolia. So I can't even raise decent ships in there, really, to do anything with. Might be able to get some in here. I'll look in here, see what sort of ships I can get in there. That's Gladiator School. There's nothing, is there? I can't get any decent troops at all, any decent ships. Perhaps it's over here. In fact, if this place can defend itself, maybe I should simply move these straight over from here and let this place, Gortina, defend itself. It's got food in it, which obviously I don't want to lose. But yeah, it's sort of fairly happy, isn't it? I think I'd feel happy enough about getting troops out of there. But again, the only ships that I can get out of there, water tank. What on earth is that? Doesn't give me any ships anyway. It's this one, which is raiding Hemiolia. I mean, it's just nothing, is it really? I can get some fairly good troops out of there though, so I could take them out. But what would the place be defended with? That's the thing. Gortina, only 6 units in there, 1 veteran unit. It's not enough to defend it with, unless I'm absolutely certain that I'm going to take all these areas. And it would be tempting, wouldn't it, if I could take that. But anyway, that is pretty much a thought for the future, that one. I think though, well, it depends really on what happens with Jerusalem as to what I do next, doesn't it? So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is go around with all those agents and do those agent actions, and I'll come back in a second. Well, that's it for all the agent actions. I don't think I managed to do anything really, to be honest. I can't remember converting anybody. Might have stopped a couple in their tracks, but apart from that, I don't remember anything going my way at all. So nothing to report there. I've hung on to a little bit of the money, 1,671, because I'm not sure how much this is going to cost me. So I'm getting 2,077 next turn, plus the 1,600, so that would give me 3,671. I just have to hope that that's enough. If it isn't enough, then I've got no choice about Alexandria. I'm going to have to go from Alexandria and take this place in order to get an extra 1,000 to make the difference. But well, we'll see what happens when the time comes. So it's going to be a turn end. I had a quick look around as well, and I couldn't see any other agent action. Oh, crikey, there's 1 or 2 characters that have improved. Oh, well, that'll give you a chance to look at those characters, because these are more than likely to be the ones that I've actually done something with. So where are we? Let's have a look. I didn't do any sabotage on buildings or anything, so... Oh, right. I think it's just that Legion. Trapeze? Yeah, that's right. He's the one that took that place, isn't he? So, what are we going to get in here then? I don't know. We'll give them movement, extra movement, -1 corruption. I never know, as you know, what to get in these situations. Really don't know. Is it something I've already got? Great leader, experience ranks +4 morale. You'd have thought that had gone on top of that one on the left, wouldn't you, really? This one. But no, -2 corruption. I don't know, is it fighting ability I want? I'm pretty sure it's going to be fighting ability, isn't it? Experience ranks for heavy weapons, experience ranks for all recruits, +4 morale for all units, because he's a great leader. Well, let's go for that one then. Go for the great leader. And this one? This is some kind of sub-leader. Oh no, it's not. This is the this guy who's within the army. Right, now that agent of Antony's there, I tried him by the way. You see all my greyed out troops around there? Every one of them tried to do something. He's just too good for me, I'm afraid. What does this one do? Chance of discovering hidden agents. Chance of wounding enemy agents in self-defense. That sounds good, doesn't it? +6 line of sight. What's that one? Performing all actions, critical success. That's, yeah, we know about that one. And this one, manipulation, persuade. No, really, it's got to be something that makes him. That's the one, isn't it? Campaign map. Let's go for that one. I suppose maybe I should have gone for that, but anyway, too late now. Once you've made that decision, that's it. Okay, end turn. Oh, 28.5 minutes. Damn. Turn end is going to take at least 2.5 minutes, I'd have said. So that'll be 29, 30, that'll be 31 minutes. Then I'm going to have to deal with 1 or 2 of the messages. So it could be a 33, 34 minute video then, couldn't it? Maybe even as far as 35. Okay, I've noticed, by the way, that these agents, when they come into an area, they do improve things in line with their ability. It's like a passive ability that they've got. When you activate them, when you press that little button on the bottom left there, it brings into play another ability that they've got, the active ability rather than the passive one, which is an improvement. The only thing is, though, it does say that they are... I don't know if it says they're more vulnerable to attacks, but it certainly implies that by saying, that they're involved in that specific activity, and therefore they perhaps lose their other abilities. I don't know really, but I get the impression that they're a little bit more vulnerable when they're behaving that way. So it's better to have them behaving that way in safe areas behind the lines, I think. Have them a bit more active where they can be picked on. Okay, Deco Thracians. I'm hoping really on this one that this will be the end of the Belgae. It ought to be, hadn't it? Might even be the end of that, Antony's ships. It didn't even show me them, did it? So I presume that means that Antony didn't move, because he's within my sight, isn't he, at the moment? And anywhere he moves, he's moving near to one of my ports as well, so I ought to be able to see him. So I don't think he's moved at all. I think he's just going to sit there and starve, because he's basically a raiding place, isn't he? I don't know if you can raid there out in the deep sea. Well, that's what he's doing, maybe earning whatever little bit of money he can for Antony before he just falls to bits. You know, that's it. He can't do anything else. He hasn't got the men to attack anywhere. He can run away, but only if he has to. I think he's just staying out of close proximity of any of my areas, so he's remaining in deep water. So I don't know. I suppose you could see it as a real great act of heroism, can't you? You know, as they sort of die for the cause. Oh dear, Belgate all the way down there. Yeah, they've gone beyond that Trevor place, haven't they? Above there. Well, he didn't die, but it didn't look like he had success either. But even if he does have success there, I don't think it's a worry for me. I might, though, have a look out for any diplomats that he's got up there, because I didn't do that last time, when I stopped it on the video. Oh yeah, 31 and a half minutes. Agent hindered. So what did that take? Just over 1 minute. Hindered? Oh no, I haven't finished doing this yet. Gosh, loads of agents hindered. Enemy wounded. Good. Increase in rank. Yeah, that's a patrician of mine. So he's had a go at a patrician of mine then, hasn't he? I think he must have done. Right, construction. Villa. Excellent, because we're now on 8, aren't we? First thing I need to do before I spend any money, though, is have a look at this. Because this is my key target. This is the one that I have to upgrade if it's at all possible for me to do it. Can I? Oh, I knew it. Insufficient fund. What's that as well? Ah, of course I can't build it yet, because I haven't got the moulded. This is the moulded architecture, isn't it? Aha. Well, it's going to give me an increase in Latin culture as well, so it might bring... Oh, he's so close. He's 1% away, and he's getting 1.3 next turn to basically giving me another place that counts towards my my overall target, which is... Oh, I've got 26 as well. One more point on there, and I've got 27 out of 29. So we're almost there in terms of cultural conversion as well. Who's declared war on who? Garamantia versus Egypt. I'm pleased about that, because if Garamantia take this area here, it'd be even better. If he wipes out some of his ships out there, that's even better still. Province contested. That probably means my edict is good. It's no good anymore. Compromised. Where am I? Ah, he's taken Jerusalem. Right, okay. I could have done with a Nabatea taking that, really. Do I jump over there and take that? Well, I don't need the money anymore, do I? So perhaps I don't. Perhaps I don't rush in and take that place. It is tempting though, isn't it? Especially if I had the movement to be able to move those troops there all the way across the... No, I can't, because I haven't got the support over there, have I? So, right, okay. Let's have a look over at Bibracta then, see if that made a difference. See if the... where is it? There. Cool, there's a big army in there as well now, isn't there? Let's hope they're friends. Right. Okay, we're on -1, so it's improved a little bit. And the culture is still 0.7, but I'm not sure if it's even built yet, is it? No, it isn't. So, well, it's not bad actually, because that might just make the difference to improve the situation in Bibracta. I think we might just get away with that. Right, nothing that we can attack up there. The Belgae is still in ascendancy. I need to do some agent actions before clicking the turn end. And looking down here, I don't think really it's wise for me to move on and take any more cities. He could come down here and go up there, but he's just exposing himself to somebody attacking from the sea, if it's a sea, a waterway anyway, some kind of waterway, or somebody coming in from over there. So I think really that's it, isn't it? I just need to do my turn ends. Well, the things I do before turn end. It is tempting though, I have to admit, to upgrade some of these now I've got the money, because I think the next level doesn't cost me anything in terms of happiness. Let's have a look. It's these, isn't it? Oh, it gives me a -1. Can I afford the -1? They're on +3, but that -4 that's 3 from the bottom is going down by 1 per turn, isn't it? So we might get away with it. I could do 3 of those. I think so. So I can go 1. Now of course that one. Would that do it? Yeah, that one can do it. That's -3 public order. That was only -1. In that case, that's -3 as well. No, we'll do the lower order buildings. That one gives me 5 food and -1 public order. That one simply gives me 4 food without any effect on public order. That's going to be 3 turns, and that's 3 turns. That one is 806. That one's at both same price. Oh, which decision? The one that gives me the most food, I suppose, eventually is 5, and suffer the 1 public order, and it gives me 100. Army replenishment. I don't really need that one in there, do I? Okay, and then of course we're going to get these buildings as well, which is going to make a massive difference to this area. It really is. I could recruit some very, very good ships in here now, I imagine. Oh no, can I? Cinepet. Yeah, I can, because I've got the dry dock. This requires double plank construction. Might be worth me going in and getting that at some stage, you know. But here, if I want to recruit ships, I could get exactly what I want, which is these. I could get a dozen of those, which would give me 6 legionary units that I could then launch at any one of these places. It would be nice if the Dacians took that place, though. In fact, it'd be nice if they took all of them. But I might just, if the Dacians take that and they look strong, I might just jump across and take faces. And then, yeah, if they've got all those areas and they're still looking strong enough, I'll jump in and take that one area over there. And then I won't need to defend any of... Well, I won't need to defend that, will I? I won't need to, there'll be a lot of areas that I don't need to defend, actually. Okay, right, agent actions, and then it'll be next video. Oh, hang on. He's moved. Am I looking in the wrong place? I think I am. Who's that? That is Maury. Does it show me how much they've lost? No. It won't show me how much anybody has lost, will it? Damn. I'd love to know how much they're losing. And it won't tell me on there, will it? Left click to inspect. It's not going to show me. Does it tell me on here? 10 forces cannot move. Forces, reinforcement. Forces, minus 25% piracy penalties, reinforcement range. Zeal, chance of evasion. Looking down all those. I can't determine anything in there. Weapon damage. Chance of wounding. Generals, nothing at all in there that's going to indicate, unless it shows me just on the sea area. If I was to click on there and then just hover over the sea area, will it tell me then what I would lose? High seas, minus 8% wealth from maritime commerce in adjacent ports. Naval replenishment rate modifier, plus 10%. When in ports, plus 18. Naval recruitment cost modifier. Fleets will suffer losses due to attrition when in deep water. Great. So that's all it tells me. Suffer losses. And he's still on 17. He's never going to go less, you know, than 17. All that's going to happen is each one of those units is going to get smaller and smaller, to the point where it becomes 1, where you can't get any less, because what's a point of 1? You know, it's 100 turns, you know, in order to get it down, isn't it? So, well, I don't know. Anyway, okay, that has to be it at 40 minutes, or almost 40 minutes, and I'll do some agent actions, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, folks. Oh, by the way, the new Sparta upgrade. I've looked at all the comments about it. It's nearly £10 for it, which is, what, $15 or something? And it's pretty poor, from what I've heard. It's just basically a new campaign map, and you lose some troops because it's early Sparta, which means you don't get your pikemen, so it's not an attraction for me, that. I think I'll just wait for the next full game to come out.